Good evening, everyone. It is working. Wow. How is everyone this fine evening? Oh, just making a cuppa before I sit down and watch Lee paint while I paint some of you paint too. And some of you paint too, yeah, wow. I'm very tired, so I apologise for reading stuff wrong. So, hello Jack. Hello Dan. Hello Mark. Hello Archnin. Welcome. Hello Smog. Hopefully everything's going out tomorrow. Smog and Archnin's stuff. Fingers crossed. I've just had a cup of tea. Yorkshire quality. I've got Tango. Thank you very much, Mark. Hiya, Paul. I got something special today. It's a sneaky thing. It's got wet on it. So, apparently I'm very special, so they sent me a sneak thing. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I really don't want to be awake all night, so they have done a new sneak. So there's three different flavours. And yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to try this tomorrow when I've got more time and less sneak already in me. I really have bust my lip. Ow. So yeah, tomorrow sneak stuff. New flavours apparently. Dying to try what they are. And I'm definitely not going to mainline them. I've already had 2 today, so it's a bit too much. Yeah, I won't be going to sleep till tomorrow. So, stuff we've got on the table tonight. We have still got to finish the Elder Scrolls Draugr. There's 3 of them to do. We're going to start on the Wizards. The Elder Scrolls Archers are done, so they're in the box. They've had all of their coatings. I got a little bit more work done on the... Always. Yeah. I can always smell the colours. I did a couple of the chests to how I wanted them, and I'll show you what I've done with them. And then we have the Wizzies, which I'm going to try something new. Which also brings me to the glazing. So let me switch over to that. So that's where the Draugr are. We've got the leathers are done, the metallics are mainly done. What I need to do is finish the base and do the eyes on them. I want to match the eyes like the Skellies. They have come out absolutely phenomenal. So they were sprayed black. And then if you look at them, the zenithal highlight on it with titanium white ink by Liquitex. And that was just through the airbrush. About a 50-degree angle in as I span it round. Coming in like that. And then we're going to use inks and washes to paint them, very much like glazing them. I sent Paul a video on Kenny. I'm almost certain it was Kenny Boucher was doing a glazing on it. And he basically did a couple of wizards. I think it was a wizard or a female wizard. Right, you'll find out today then, Jack. There's a video, and Kenny does it with paint rather than an ink. And he saturates it, and I'll explain as I go along. Hiya, Craig. So the aim is not to paint it. You are going to put a clear coat over it. So the white goes vibrant, and the black doesn't. So you get the colours it's like a pre-shading, if that makes sense. As we do it, we'll see. Thin your effing paints, yeah. The more you thin your paints, the better this works. Right, I also must remember I got myself a new brush today to sort out. I have a broken toadski. So, up my brand new number 2. Tasty. So, broken toad number 2. So, Effing is a brand that we'll be doing soon. So, that is the little chest that we did. I still need some snow on it, but that was the... I'm not saying these have stuck to the mat or anything. But, yeah. So, when we did these yesterday, we did them all white. And we then used that very hard to find colour that I found a pot of it, which was wood grain transparent, straight over it. And it works very much like contrast. And then we got the... There we go, Retributor Gold, and just a quick light coat of Retributor all over the banding on the... it is banding, yeah, the banding on the chest, and then the gold inside, and a couple of bits on the floor that's fallen out. Cool. So, speaking of Broken Toad, we've just restocked. We've just had a big restock today, and we've also got I've got a pack, basically 2 of each of the sizes of the flathead and the spearhead, so they'll be going up tomorrow or sometime at the weekend. So there's the new brushes that are going in as well now, so they're all cool. What else was there today? Nothing much, but painting, Dalton, doing paint stuff. So I want the white. I do fear that my snow has been depleted quite significantly. Oh, it's stuck shut again. So I'm just using the white snow from Vallejo. Put it out the back of the way. So, paint handle. Spatula. Is Mr. Spurgeon in the chat? He was asking some questions, yes, last night. Last night. Oh. And he was asking where these spatulas come from. We've got a wide end, a flat end, and these are, you can't see, but this is Citadel. There you go, Citadel. These are the GW ones. Like I said, everything had... Oh, I don't want that yet. Oh, Lee. Easy, Tiger. Easy, Tiger. So, before we put the frosty snow down, because I want some of the frosty snow in this, we want some of these down. So, for obviously these are for Frostgrave, but I also want them for... that'll work. Yeah, I also want them for Elder Scrolls and my Elder Scrolls stuff. So the colour that we decided was I was going to do my Elder Scrolls in snow colours, so the bases and stuff tend to work for both. These are the new tweezers, by the way. They're definitely not. They're definitely magnetic. They're definitely not non-magnetic like they say on the box. Let's have a wispy one as well. So these are Gamer's Grass Tufts. They are really, really good quality, and we sell them. So, good evening, Rob, over on Facebook, I guess. Come play with us on on the other channel, mate. Someone will tell me what it is in a minute. My memory's going really bad. Twitch. It's easier to interact with people on Twitch because it's just there. It's right where I can see people chatting. So, if I get these down, they are self-adhesive, but I do a good evening direct painting. So yeah, yeah, Twitch, mate. Protech Twitch. I can't remember if it might be Protech Models on Twitch. Can't remember. Yeah, Facebook do chop the picture down quite horrifically. So it's not as good as it could be, and you can't see the detail and the good stuff. So I'll leave them to dry, not forgetting that I've got the snow to do them. Yes, you are Protech Models. Yes, I am Protech. I've got Protech Models and Protech Painting, and I can never remember which one we are. But yes, we are Protech Models. Thank you for that, Ronan. We will sort out Ronan as a moderator soon, because I need as much help as I can get. So, they're on with that. Just don't have enough caps to put on these. What I want to do is I want to get these done so I can put snow effects on them tonight as well. So, oh yeah, it says Protech Models there and all that. So I'm doing them in gold just because it's a little bit of exuberance sort of thing. And the other colours weren't showing up that well. Let's get this round a bit so I don't have to stretch as far. So for the banding, I'm just using the edge of the brush, so it is really quick. I was talking to Ronan about this today. This is a part of my painting that has changed quite considerably. Go back a couple of years and I would have used the gold. I would have tried to get as much gold on as I could. And I'd have been trying to get every little speck. See, I've missed little bits there, but you can't see that. And it's like, yeah, I don't need to be hitting every bit of metal. If I put a wash over it, the wash is going to cover it as well. So just a quick run over. Hey, welcome, Rob. Yeah, drop us a follow, and you'll see when we come up in the future. We're doing Frostgrave month this month. You've just missed Marvel Crisis month. I know you're painting a lot of Marvel Crisis, but we did Marvel Crisis all last month. Doing Infinity next month. And we do weekend streams where it'll be random stuff. So last weekend we did Saving Some Chaos Knights from the Scrapper's Yard. And I haven't mentioned we have a Patreon account yet, which is really good. So, as Mark will no doubt chirp up and say any second now, is Protech has just opened a Patreon account. As part of that Patreon account, you can get specific Patreon videos on painting techniques and stuff like that, introduction to new stuff, new products that we're testing. So we're going to do some Patreon only stuff. There is also higher tiers for extra privileges. So one of them, the £25 a month tier, will actually give you access to our loot box type system that's coming every 2 months to patrons. Yeah, no, it's quite shocking, that, isn't it? And we were going to launch it next month, just so I had a bit of time to get stuff sorted. We started building it, populating it, and doing bits and pieces, and some dimwit, I won't mention which Dalton it was, pressed the launch button. Oh yes, sorry Mark, yes, you're correct, Ronan broke it. Aha. So, did I see a Doom? Hello, Doom Fairies. Sorry, I missed you coming on. So, I just want to quickly do. I'm probably only going to do one more of these, or this one. This isn't very exciting for you guys, and you get the gist of what it comes out like. If I do the Snow one, I can actually see what it comes out like as well. So. There we go. So I've got 6 of them to do. So, yep, let's have the snow. Snow! It's snowing. Oh, it was snowing this morning, apparently, when I woke up. Couldn't see it from bed. So back to my Draugr, Elder Scrolls. These are from the Delve set. So what we've got, again, we're not just splodging it on, we're scraping it on, and it gives a better effect, just in my opinion. I don't know if anyone else has tried it, and because once you've got just a little bit left on, you can smudge it and smush it into the grass a bit, and you get tufts with snow chunks on, which are really cool. Just remembering some of that white around the bottom of there is actual PVA glue that I used to hold it down. And then basically when I come to seal this with Tester's Dull Coat, it'll also seal all of the snow onto the tufts as well. There you go. And that's what it looks like when it's dry. So you get the idea that it looks a little bit more fluffy. If you wanted to do it more icically, you could probably thin down some gloss varnish and dribble it across the snow as well. Just an idea, suggestion. And that'll give you a bit of sparkle. If you, by the way, this snow does work really well, is if you want big lumps of snow. If you build it on quite substantial, you get good fluffy, cloudy lumps of snow as well. So I actually managed to hit the black rim, but I can check that before we finish. I haven't made too much of a mess. Again, snow in there. So even where there is no snow, or you don't want snow, putting a little bit on and scratching it over the surface gives you the impression that there's been snow, or the snow it hasn't just landed in certain spots. There you go. You've got a bit of coverage. It might have caught the sun. It might have been blown into drifts. Anything like that. And then the only thing after I've done this is the eyes. I want to do the glowing blue eyes that I did on the on the archers. And then I've got the Draugr captain to do, who is my other Draugr leader. And he is my treasure hunter. Oh, that's a good coverage on that. Do like that. I have tried other snow effects, not as good for basically getting them to spread out a bit, and there's some great ones out there. I've even made my own at times. Run and saw some of the walls that I made a couple of weeks back when we had our first game, and that I've got a couple of walls in the scenery box, and they're done with very similar product, but I made it myself. Oh. Hi, Chewy. If you're in America, it will charge you in American. If you're in the UK, it will charge you in the UK, as long as you change it. Yeah, strange. But as I say, I've got two £25 a month subscribers. Really excited about these boxes. Box airs, in case Mr. Christian's about. And I'm going to really look forward to see what I can get to put in them for you. We have some plans of bits and pieces that we've already seen, and some surprises. You'll just have to wait and see. But it'll be always stuff that we use and we want to use and that sort of stuff. You're not going to get the brown paint that we couldn't get rid of last month, or any tat, like that sort of stuff. It's always going to be a good... anyone who knows me knows it's going to be a good deal. Good evening, King. Oh, wow. You know, I've had this kind of abuse all day off Ronan King. I thought I'd come on here and you'd appreciate me a little bit more, but no, guess not. So I have put a little bit too much on, maybe, I don't know. But what I'm going to do is, when it's done, look at it again when it dries and scrub a bit off. Make sure I don't have to go back and start putting more bits and pieces on. First visit, get the snow down. I haven't put tufts on these because there is just not the space to put tufts. I'd say in hindsight I would have put them on bases and had a bit to play around with the base, but when I've thought about it, I do like that they're small and compact. It was one of the big things that made me want them. These are done by North Star Miniatures. They're reviewing a lot of their products over the next couple of weeks. This is that. These are tiny metal chests, perfect scale, and they're £2 each. It's like, yeah. I was going to print some myself I'll ask Ronan to print me some off the printers, and I just got the point of like, I can just order 6 of them for £12. And I just thought every time I was or bumping an order to get postage or stuff, I just stuck a couple of these on. And I actually considered doing the usual. If I need any more bits and pieces and I've got to stick something down, is stick a couple of these down and do a painted objective set to sell. Or a paint along with Lee model for the patron thing. Did I mention I have a patron setting up? Right, so that's the 3 done. The other 3 I will do off air, and yeah, you don't need to be bored with me watching that. So, Draugr are done. Blue eyes. Sorry, Draugr aren't done. So, if I remember rightly, we used light sea blue from the airbrush. Oh yeah, that would work. So it dulls them up. Yes, Archnin. I will be doing a reveal of what's in the boxes. Probably before we send them, to be honest. I have looked, and I will be honest with you, I have looked at sending it over to you guys, because obviously I know you'd love to be getting surprises in the mail every couple of months, but the price of shipping at the moment, it's scary, because I think Egan would be up for it as well. So, to get the glow, or to get the blue look, I'm just filling the socket. And you do go over the edges, but once you've gone over the edges, if you just rub over it with your finger, it takes the excess off, like the eye socket and stuff like that. And you get glowing blue eyes. Probably can't see that as well as you should be able to. There we go. So the Draugr on the Elder Scrolls box are all glowing eyes because they're enchanted, they're brought back from the dead, so they are it gives them the look of being possessed, sort of thing. Yeah, I saw Duncan had done a dragon that looks quite he probably copied off me, I know I'm at that sort of level where, yeah. So, they're ready, just need to dry, and I will put them in the box. So far for my warband, we have done 3 thugs and 2 archers. I did the spare archer as well, but that's... Wizards 2 set had... I didn't know. I didn't know there was a Wizards 2. I know there was a Soldiers 1 and 2, but I didn't know there was a Wizards 1 and 2. Wow. I definitely don't have that one. You sure that's not Soldiers 2, Jack? Because that's the one I got confused with. So, I'm just going to move these slightly out of the way. And we're going to go to the glazing and inking and stuff like that. All that sort of fun. So, I'm wanting this wizard in a blue robe. So, the only thing with doing it this way, you've got to be very careful. I know I got the Soldiers too, and that had all female soldiers. So, I didn't know there was a Wizards too. So, this is where the fun begins. Let me move some of these out of the way. I got the transparent set out yesterday, and I thought I was going to try and use that, but I've not had enough time to have a play around with it. So I'm going to go back to the roots, and I'm using Gaming by Vallejo. And so, just on... I'd say palette, but it's just a tile. This doesn't work very well on a wet palette because it is just ink, and it'll just fly everywhere. And in my tub over here, I have some medium. So I'm going to take some of the blue and obviously mix the medium in. So I'm doing it on here so you can see. Now I've got some detritus in there. See, posh words for crud. So you can see how thin it goes. Yeah. So you just basically layering it. Don't know what's going on with that. Why is it? So yeah. And as you can see, it's not the blue I want straight away, but the more coats that you do, the more it builds up the blue as an intensity. But with it being very clear, I'm just pushing the ink around, getting it a good coating. You're going to have highs and lows. As I say, the ink's clear, like a glaze would be. The medium I am using is missing. Just the airbrush medium. Army Painter. It just thins it a little bit. It's better than using water, in my opinion, because water just breaks the paint up. And as you're doing this, you will see pretty quickly that the glaze or the ink wash, whatever you want to call it, it dries pretty quick. So using the medium actually acts a little way to slow it down. So where else do I need it? It's his hood and jacket. So his jacket, and he's got a shirt underneath his jacket. So the hood, and I'm going to go with cloak as well. So the ink here somewhat is also running into the grooves like a normal wash would, which double helps it, sort of thing. But where the magic happens is actually on the white ink. So glaze medium, you basically do this, but with paint. I think it would thin the inks out a lot more, and probably too much. But yeah, you can see when stuff's pooling, and you can see here already the dark and the light panels. I have got a bit of an error here in, I don't know what happened. I think it was a bad bit of the wash where it had bobbled. But yeah. So this is exactly the same as glazing. You put thinned out paint over areas in multiple layers till it builds up. So if you're doing a saber glow, you could do it with ink, and you just put a layer down, let it dry, put another layer down. If you're wanting it realistic, you just back it off a little bit each time, so by the time you get to the end of it, you've only got the brightest point at the closest bit of the saber, if that makes sense. Now these are going into the monthly giveaway, so I'll be doing the whole warband, a 10-figure warband, and to be in with a chance of winning it, this is for the top five contributors for the month. They all go into well, it's a prize draw of rolling a d6. We've had a couple of these already. Ash won a dragon that's still here. Ash, he's still got a loving place on my shelf. Anytime you want him to come home, just let me know. So where I'm painting the inside of the cowl, as you can see in there, it is blue, but it's also a couple of different shades. There you go. So I need that darker, I need this darker, so I'm just going to paint some extras where it needs it. So giving the whole cloak a second coat of it brings the blue another level up. So you've got the starting blue, which is quite patchy, but it's finding its level sort of thing, and it's like a filter, if that makes sense. So you've done the work with the airbrush and the zenithal, and then you're just applying a filter over the top of it. And if you paint smooth, you will get all of the benefits of the blue coming through. I'm doing underneath as well. So underneath is just black. It's got very little, but some of the edge, like this edge, managed to get zenithal. No idea how, maybe bouncing up off the, but if you look under there now, there's a blue, like a blue section, so that'll pick it up and it'll look spot on. And it just gives more to the effect that it is a complete blue cloak, not just painted. Thank you, Archnin, for the tip. That is much appreciated. As I said I'd have a look in a bit once I get this blue down. So I painted a whole load of orcs in this exact style. Basically zenithaled them first and then just used various inks by Vallejo to bring it a really cool set of orcs. Something you have to do, and make sure you do, is you can see that tide mark there, the little V is where I've slightly messed up and got too impatient. You've got to let it dry. If you don't let it dry and you rub the filter off underneath, it looks a bit patchy. I'll come back and repair that in a minute. There's a few where people have described it as well. It's like putting layers of glass. So you've got your zenithal highlights and then someone is putting a blue stained glass over the top of it. It just gives a bit of a it's like tinting sort of. Trying it, it's not really, yeah, it's like looking at a miniature through a different coloured set of glasses as a tint. I did read something that Paul asked there. Right, matte medium is it's like lamium medium, very much the similar sort of thing. You can paint lamium medium over something and it'll dull it off. It is like a coating of dullness. Yeah. When you do a glaze, the glaze thins the paint down to a point where the consistency's still enough to bind it, but it turns it into a like, as we were saying, like a filter, like a sheet of glass over the. It does, as part of it, it does come up more shiny. Wow, that was really bad, Mark. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that is very close and does the same thing. As we said there, Ronan giving it a go again what's this one? Transparent red. So giving it a go again, using different, looking at it differently, trying it differently. It's worth getting used to. Yeah. So I'm wanting my Wizzy a bit vibrant, or whoever's Wizzy it's going to be. So I've gone for red and blue colours. But if I don't like it and the red is too vibrant, and it is a little bit, I don't know, it's no, I do like that. So it's as if what I wanted it is, there's like the inside of the cloak as well is red, so it all picks up the same thing. There you go. But I also want to extend that to his shirt sleeves, which if I don't like, I will then hit it up with blue, and that blue will turn it purple. So this is another one. This is clear red, so it's a bit stronger, more vibrant, but when it dries it is just clear red. So everything underneath, including the black lines there, should show through. So again, it's a different paint, it's a different system, but it still adds a tint over the top of what's below. If that makes sense. There we go. And we get that. So we've also got face. I'm sure there was a face wash. Smoke orange. Was it one of these? Sepia brown. Tiger eye brown. Armadillo yellow. Armadillo yellow. So we have a gaming skin wash. Never tried it. So he has no gloves on. I'm thinking thinning that a bit. So it is a bit like, when you look at it, that's gone very much of the same sort of thing as what's it called? Oh, come on. Reichland Flesh Shade, that's the one. That is cool. So what I'm going to try and do is get it into the cavity around his face. Again, a lot of it you're not going to see. You're only going to see the bits that I put onto the orb. Oops. So yeah. Cool, Paul. That's good news. We have one of our friends that's in North Tees at the moment. One of Snowy's very good friends. Yay. So that's yes, I haven't put my no, I haven't, David, not yet. We've had a few goes with them, just not fully got to grips with them yet. There is a few bits I want to try, but yeah, they're a cracking band. I've seen some of the work guys have done with them. That's smoke. Wood. Where's my original wood grain? So that's the skin wash wood grain. Yeah. Family is what family is. So this is the same red. Oops. That we did the chest with. It's like a reddy burgundy red. And again, I'm thinning it so it goes on very wet to let it flow a bit like medium. Oh, wrong colour. Like a bit like contrasty. So what I'm going to go for is I'm going to repaint the orbs, just cause I'm going to go in with the airbrush with the orb because they're glowing. Do his backpack. So what I'm going to do is take a small thing of that and a small of the brown, mix it together, add a bit of the red, and that is a cracking colour for his satchel. That's called so that is the top of the satchel. I need leather on the rest of it, and then the other one. Cool. So I now need a lighter brown. That's quite dark brown. I did have a brown ink. Sepia? Catch you soon, Well, right, I'm going to use sepia for the leather. Now, if it comes to it, I might need to put a second coat on, but I think it's the right hue that I want. Yeah. I'll thin it a bit to start with. And you're just scrubbing it in to the entire bit of leather on his front there, and it will find its level. It's at the end of the day, it is an ink, it's a wash, so you will also get the benefits of what a wash does, especially if you thin it a little bit. And then the same around the back. Didn't drop it. So I'm going to use the wood grain and the blue. Let's have a go with it. So it goes to a dark. That's actually quite nice again. So I've used the wood grain and the blue. I'm going to do the boots in that. So they go a bit, they have gone, yep, a bit black, like dark, but they've also gone a bit booty coloured. Not booty like baby booties, but DM type boots. And I can go back to them if needs be. I think I will do the wristbands. Are the wristbands leather? They are. I nearly did them in metal, which could have been quite bad. Sepia or brown. Skin. Let's go for the smoke. Catch you soon, Mark. And take care. So I'm going to do smoked wristbands. So on the top, they're going to show up quite well in the smoke. That might actually just go quite black all over. Yeah, that is. No, it's gone on okay. It's not too dark in the end. It's probably because it's thinned a bit with the medium that's on the brush already. And again, if you think it is too much, just take a bit of the medium and just run it in. So, if you can see the face, can I actually zoom in any? There we go. That's a little bit clearer. So you can now see the difference. It's still slightly damp, but you can see the differences where the reds worked, the blues worked, and that sort of thing. That's the red. So I'm just going to take the red a bit and lift the red right in the center, but the center only. So if you put another coat on, the red's going to get brighter again. You don't have to do it all over, you just get the bits that you want brighter red. There you go. And a bit under his arm there. So yeah. I think I'm terrifying on any screen, Matt. So thinned out wash again. I just need Paul, I'm not going to lie. Jack, I'm not going to lie. After the stream, give us a shout. I'll give you Kenny's video, and Kenny's video is absolutely cracking for it, and that's not, it's the sepia. Which one was the sepia? Not the sepia. And Kenny just has a better way. I think he just has a better way with words with regards to it. I sent it to Paul the other day. It may be in the so ignore his glowing ball at the moment because that's got bits and pieces on. The thing that I am struggling with is I keep catching bits of the red, bits of the blue. So I do like this close-up shot. The camera's doing really well today. Shall we have a look at some of the stuff that we've done under this close-up cam? So that's the Drauga. This is one of the archers done under the same. As you can see, the snow on the base and stuff like that, how it ends up, just comes out quite cool. I'm really pleased with that. So there's the ghost. It's the Vallejo. It is around here somewhere. He says. You're about to get a big close-up of it. $26,820. We normally stock it. It's hard to get hold of at the moment. So what I'm going to do is considering cracking open, and I've splattered the helmet. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see the dots on the blue? When I've done the brown there, I've splattered all of that. I don't know if you can see it. Let me have another coat of the blue, see if it covers it. If not, you might get a different coloured cowl. That's a bit naughty of me. Yeah, you can still see that through. That might have to be a fix on that. The other good thing I like about the using the inks, you get a lot longer because you're not just painting it on. You can build the paint up as much or as little as you want, or the ink. So where I would normally be highlighting with a wash, I can just paint it in with this and get a better looking fold. So we have a bit of a reverse, so under there should be darker. Oh, wow. So under there was quite light, sorry. So I've just filled it with a bit of the wash. But now we've got a little bit of a defined line, so I'll just take some of the medium on the brush with nothing else and just feather it down a bit. That sort of thing. There we go. And again, it's just a quick, I know it took a lot of time over this one tonight, but it's just a quick method of getting, you could have left it at the blue coat that I've done. 1 or 2 coats till you're satisfied with it. You could go with that. I'm happy with the boots. They look cool. They do look like a dusty, muddy boot colour. The bag has various shades on. It looks really cool. I need to pick up the metal on the buckle with a metallic. The ball and this orb need doing, which is what I'm going to try and do now. So I'm going to crack open the Infinity and find the white ink. So I'm going to use the white ink again through the airbrush. Yeah, washes and thin paints like this do go straight up the frill. Right, I've took that down to little or no pressure. So I want to do super fine detail with this. Yeah, I still do it and forget about it, so I've put 3 drops in. I don't think I'm going to need... I actually need something a bit more. That'll do. Cool. So again, this is the white ink. And this is the super fine setting on my airbrush. So, as you can see, I've gone with making a mess with my mat again. Yeah, Jack, the problem I've got is I've got to get the pressure to a point where it still atomizes, because I need it to go on dry. I've got to do the same. Yes, Kinger, I'm trying. But I've also managed to paint some of the I managed to catch part of Oh, I'm still scared of using this brush. I don't know if anyone can notice that, but so we've got slight OSL, a bit too much because I caught that arm. I need to redo that arm a bit. So let's have a bit of a clean. So this is where a lightsaber OSL type thing. I tend to put a bit of white down. I did go a little bit too deep with this white, but then I choose my glaze. So let me just key in some of this blue again that I've destroyed. So he's not going to have as much there, and then it was the mucky brown on there. And it was just, I slipped with the airbrush. There was no ifs, buts or anything like that. Can't hide the fact. Yeah. So, yeah. People will be able to see that I make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. Any painter that says they don't make mistakes is embellishing. It may not be a mistake, but it's not how they intended it to go. Like, where I look for this light, the light doesn't hit that side. So I've just removed that slightly. Yeah, I do prefer, and I've had a lot of people say they prefer my videos where they can see what's going on and how to bring it back from a mistake. So the glow there isn't, if I do that in the glow colour, it isn't going to represent that well. So, big question. What colour do we do the glow effect? Pink? I'm thinking the pink's going to give it purple colours. Does that make sense, Jack? I'm not even listening to Kinga, although green did cross my mind. Yeah, I had thought of that, Ash. So, green, ideally Tesseract would fall into it, but this isn't about Tesseract. This little demo today, and I've promised it to a few people, is about glazes. I'm going to go to one of the all singing, all dancing GW glazes. Not sure how easy or hard these are to get now, but we're watching glaze green. That was a new pot. I know I have pipettes somewhere, but don't seem to have them anywhere at hand. So let's go with not an expensive brush. Lee, come on. Where's my wash brush? So I'm just going to use a wash brush and decant some into yeah, I'm thinking green as well. So I'm just going to decant some carefully into my brush, airbrush that is. Don't think I need that much. So I am using an airbrush. You can do exactly the same with a normal brush. You just build it up layer by layer. As I said, making it smaller each time. You can and you can. I don't think I'm not seeing anything like black light sources and stuff like that. But catch you soon, Archning. Sorry, I missed that. I'm gonna do the. Let's see if I can get some of it coming through. Need a piece of paper. There is a very fine line between this coming out very slow and it coming out very fast. So that is one coat of it. Yes, just remember everyone, we're doing another stream tomorrow night where we're playing. So again, it's just building it up very lightly. You're not trying to saturate it. Although sometimes it feels like it's going to. So the white OSL is actually enhancing the green because the green is very thin. But you can do this over red. You can do this black. Yes, it is. It is and it isn't. You probably wouldn't do such a vibrant colour. There we go. It's darkened it a little bit, so we've got a slight darker. Oh, sorry. And if you can actually see what I'm doing on the staff bit, that is just going full green. And that. So bits of it are still building up even though they didn't have the white there, if that makes sense. So I'm doing it on the brown. Now if you were doing this with a brush, you would just put a layer on, let it dry, put a layer on, reduce it by 1/2 mil each time. I am being lazy, but you can actually see it's gone wet under there. And that's not because I've just put a small amount on. It takes 3 or 4 layers of this to really jump. Unless you've got white underneath it. Right, I'm going to leave that. Where it is. Do a bit more on that. And then I might actually, yeah, I'll do it with this. So, I'll run that through with wire. I don't usually like going back to the white, but if I can be very careful. Good evening, Comwolf. Good evening, X-Wing Tavern Wars. If I missed you earlier, I do apologise. So just 3 drops of the ink again. Yeah, catch you later, mate. So again, drop the pressure down just to a manageable amount. Right. What I want to do is, without ruining it all, I am going to practice on here, is I want a small dot he has been here all day. Give him that. So yeah, let me just get this bit done. It's can you see it there? Oh no, can you see it there? Right, let's drop the pressure. Yeah, definitely an annoyed grunt. Right. So the glowing ball itself is slightly brighter. And if you, what I'll do is I'll show you on here. So this black bit here, I'm going to try and put the dot down. I want a dot and it's not just working. So every time I get to the point, see the splatter, and then it does that. Ooh, imagine if I got that spider effect on it. It usually means that those build up around the tip. Right, I'm actually going to slightly cheat now because I've got it quite well. Yeah, let me clean this out. So that's it for the air. Oh god, I didn't clean it out. That's it for the airbrush, but I do need ink again. So the thing is, if you use a glaze and use the black glaze, the red glaze, direct over black, that needs to be a lot thinner than that. So yeah, if you use the black, the glaze direct over black, there you go. Let's see how that goes. So probably be best using white paint for it as opposed to the ink that I was trying to use there. So just using some Vallejo white to have really thinned down. Probably again, it's not far off a glaze, but the green will show through. So other than pulling some of the blue back through just to get the blue so this is just adding a bit more blue back into it. The blue's got some of the white overspray. Just in there as well. The back's fine. Blend it a little bit. Very small amount if I can. Just want to catch. Hello, Seb. Not as much as you missing World of Tanks. So you're bringing back the blue to where you've got some of the green. So he is the wizard. And going back to the brown that's not there. Cheers, Seb. Skin wash. What did I use? A wood grain. Did I use a wood grain or did I make a mix? I can't remember what I used. So the skin was definitely the skin. Sepia? I think you're right, partner. David. Sorry, I negated a bit of your question earlier. So those paints work well on flat surfaces. Oh yeah, that's good. It's just highlighted it a little bit. And when they work well on good surface, you can always get a whole lot better effect from them over a gloss. Yeah, I think green was the right choice. So if you put a primer, if you put a gloss coat down first, David, they work a lot cleaner over it. If that makes sense. Let me just put this very scary airbrush away. Goodbye. And I'm going to go in and try and get the yes, I'm holding my breath. So I'm just grabbing the belt buckle and putting that to silver. There you go. The staff has a couple of bindings on as well that I've just ended up leaving wood. I'm going to stick, I know it's not going to differentiate it much, but it might give it a bit of a, so if I use it's good old Warplock bronze, yeah, that just pops it a little bit. I say I love these handles, that's why I've got so many of them now, is if you're doing stuff like that, you can just spin it round, get the next bit. That's what you've got to pick up, Jack, some of the handles that you won. Where did the white go? I did have white. There we go. Oh, the white's there. I'm going to add some of this thinner to it. So I want it as though the white is being shot from the front. So a bright white bit right on the, about there. That makes sense. These handles are Redgrass Games. They're available at ProTech. We sell them in a pack. They're weighted. They spin round, but they feel like they're like on a drag system, so they don't just spin round willy-nilly. You get some great putty that holds your figures to it, and the simple thing of being able to do that, and away you go. I have 6 actual handles and about 20 of these, the stoppers that hold it on. Yes, and the bottom's magnetized, so if you've got a magnet, you get a little magnetic disc that you can put on your table or under a mat, and it just goes ding and stays, and it's hard to knock over. So, wow, I'll take those off for a minute. Yes, it's their second edition of them. I don't know if I've got any. I haven't got any in here, packeted up, but they're cracking handles. Can't remember the thing, but it's ProTech models. We do have quite a few in stock, so, and we have extra caps in stock. So let's have a zoom out. That's what he looks like from a distance, sort of thing. That's what you got. No, they're the other ones, David. We no longer stock those ones. Ooh, didn't have to zoom out quite a bit. Let me move the camera back to where it should be and have all this set back up properly. That's all right. There we go. We made our own and sell it as well. A stand for 6 of them. So if you look in there, that's the metal plate, and when they go in, they actually don't fall out. In hindsight, Ash, so I've got loads of handles, but I tend to use just one. So in hindsight, one handle and just a few of them. And I just flip between that handle at the moment. So I'm using that handle. These are all sat here with work on them. And they're just sat there. They're not really doing much. So, yeah. I probably should, but I go through mats something terrible at the moment. I like to keep my mats clean for the live stream. I'm probably going to have to order a couple more tomorrow because I've managed to keep my big mat as clean as possible for as long as possible by putting smaller mats over the top of it. I really love it's the one that the Army Painter give their streamers. It's a cracking huge mat. I do love it. So that's our Wizzy. I do need to do something with the base. I'm going to fill it with the effects, then base it with the same as the other guys. So you'll get the same basing stuff as what we've done. But that's him. As a close-up, again, not super close-up, but the thing I like about doing the glow is I didn't have to spend much time on the face because I knew the face was going to get object source lighting on it. I didn't need it to basically to put a load of detail into it. So that is him. I'll be honest, I'm quite chuffed with him. He looks good. So we've got blue for this guy. So the apprentice, who also I built them so they both have very similar cloaks. So master and apprentice. But I wanted it different colours. So I could go with a red cloak using the transparent red and the blue undertow, like the blue undergarments, the t-shirt and stuff like that. Or I could go with something. Yes, I do hate doing faces. I'm going to have to do his face because, yeah, I thought of flipping the colours, but then I thought I've got other colours. An orange, or I do have I've never tried it. I do have an indigo or violet. Quite fancy a purple one, Ash. Purple people eater. So the good thing with spraying these on a piece of wood, I think I've already tried the purple. Yes, I'm thinking the undergarment or the t-shirt in the red, keeping the lower colours. That would be an idea. So have the blue. So if we went for the red, if we went for the purple all over, and then this secondary garment down here as blue, that would work. So the secondary garment, does that need to be the? Let's have a look with these. So yeah, oh, he's got 3. Oh, so he's got braces on as well. So looking there, he's got bracer t-shirt, which would be blue, and then the purple. I like your thinking, Jack. You've convinced me. It's a bit thinning out. And guess what? Ooh. 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 That moment of second thoughts when you think, should I have done the whole main wizard in the purple? Because that purple's cracking. I don't like that purple. There we go. Does need a second coat, but that is cool. The other thing, ash, better than purple contrast right there. No, I think contrast has its place and its use. I've used it to great effect on a few things. The Black Dragon I did, the scales were so easy and so quick to do with the black contrast. It did take a couple of pots, but the scales came out really well. Cool. Oh, I've just realised the time. Let's get the purple down on him, and then I will look at finishing up a little bit there that I've missed. The vibrant purple is really doing well. It's probably one of the best purples I've used, actually, which is just violet ink. And I'm thinning it. It's not going on neat. Just getting a bit. There we go. Oh. So, looking at it there, I can do the cowl in purple, but then as the underlying matching colour, like you said, Jack, I'm going to do as if he's got like the cloak is only on the outside. If I fill those two gaps with the red, it looks like that red goes all the way up into the hood, into the neck piece. Yep. So, the tide theme of the entire warband is going to be red. Jack's choice. So, again, guys, this is the warband that you're going to win. This one of the lucky viewers is going to be able to take this away and actually play it on the table. And if you're following any of these lots on eBay that people are putting up, some of these figures are going for, well, I shall tell you, 20 to £50 for a painted wizard. It is a chunk and a bit. Who started the wax jokes? So yeah, that is the two of them, Apprentice and Wizard. We have, get off that, Luke. Oh, Luke can go back there. Have two handles so we can see them side by side. We can't because the magnets have been. If the magnets were that way, they should just go. No, they still don't like each other. So that's what we've got at the end of today, with a couple of chests to go with them. They're my chests. And I dropped one of the brushes. So that's where we've got to tonight. and a very messy paint palette. There was a lot of washes and inks going on. Yeah. You got your Tesseract-ish on there. So your glowing wizard he's a wizard of the Tesseract. We can take it from there. So almost finished is the Draugr. We're at so far. We've got the 3 Draugr. So there we go. They're just on the bases. So as I say, I've got loads of these bases. Just pop them on and away they go. And when they're finished, they come off. So the skellies are done. So that's 5 of my warband. I've still got Death and Susan to do as my 2. That's my wizard, and Susan is my apprentice. They are quite big figures. Then I have a treasure hunter, and oops, that didn't stick. So then I have my 2 thieves, which are ghosties, but one of them's lost his hand. Yeah, they're all done very much in the White Walker theme because of the way that the Elder Scrolls has their stuff painted. Just trying to glue his hand back on. And I've gone with their theme of the Draugr are possessed, reincarnated, whatever you want to call it, reanimates. I need my zipper kicker. No, glue, you beastie. So yeah, my thieves are actually ghosties. So I've got some sneaky, schnivelly ghosts. Yeah, I don't think he's got his other hand yet, so that's fixed. I did want 2 like that, because that one's class. But I'll see what I can find. He'll do for now. And I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm not that far off a fully painted warband because those 2 are basically black with some dry brushing and some metallics and maybe some wood on it. Susan's hair needs... it has white highlights in it. The Draugr needs doing. But I'm not that far off a fully painted warband. Yes, the ghosts can pick stuff up, Kinger, because look, he's got a sword in his hand and chains. He's got a club in his hand and a big lump of rock in the other hand. So yeah, they can pick stuff up. They can materialise and dematerialise as much as they wish. And that's how I'm thinking about it. But at the same time, this is what I was saying about Frostgrave. At the same time as getting Frostgrave completed, I've done 3/4 of my Elder Scrolls. I've only got the character, or the Dragonborn, out of the Delve set left to do. And I'll have painted 2 games in one sitting, sort of thing. Not one sitting, but you know what I mean. That's what I do like that about Frostgrave, that you can use whatever you want. I think we're showing off how really nice the North Star miniatures are. But in the same thing, we're also showing off that you can use practically whatever you want. You've seen Ghostbusters. I should hope you have. And I hope it's not the new one. I'll do these and then I'll look to switch off for the night. So, me and Ronan will be online from 7 o'clock tomorrow night. So if you want a good night's entertainment, you will have me and Ronan between 7 and 9. And then at 9, we'll be passing over to the Big Bearded Beast and Doom Fairies for some fun frivolity on some... I'm going to say possibly more Doom antics, but it could be anything. Yes, Dan, we're going to be playing Frostgrave. That's as much as we've got together for the... I haven't got my full warband completed yet, but hopefully for next week. Yes, some people are going to be canny confused that I'm actually playing a game, albeit Ronan's going to stomp me. Now he knows the rules. And yeah, it's going to be interesting, fun, and Ronan's well and truly up for it. He's wanting to do more. He's wanting to do more gaming with us. So, with Ronan driving and pushing me, then there is a high chance that we will get a lot more done in the coming months. And I know we're all locked down, and I know it's horrible being there, but we have Discord. If you want to come by, chat. One of us is always about drop into Snowy's room, drop into Painting Hangout. One of the guys will see you. One of us will pop in and say hello and have a chat. I practically live in there now, just in case people want to have a quick chat. I know how it is. People get lonely and that sort of stuff. So we're always there. If I'm not there, ping us a message on Facebook and tell me to get my ass in there, and I'll come over and have a chat with you. So, yes, I do live on Discord. I'm always logged in. I just like keeping an eye on people and make sure everyone's alright. So if you're around at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, we've still got to get the computer set up. So it might be rough. It might be worse than my normal streams. But we'll be there, we'll be playing, and we'll be using Snowy's amazing scenery. I'll be using Snowy's amazing warband, because it's fully painted, not just half painted like mine. And me and Ron will be having some games. Maybe it's one, maybe it's two. So, we shall see you at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. In the meantime, stay safe and take care, everyone. Catch us all soon.